was Imperial Japan. Imperial means it was ruled by an emperor, as you can see over here. The Japanese emperors have been around since before the birth of Christ. And these emperors have ruled Japan up until World War II. So,
Did that's a picture from World War II? They got killed in World War II?
No, he didn't. This is Emperor Hirohito, who was the Emperor of Japan during World War II. During the war, Emperor Hirohito tried to expand Japan and across the entirety of Asia. He was a very powerful man, or at least that's what he thought. In fact, Japanese people believed that the emperor was actually the son of one of the gods of Japan. So many people put their faith in the emperor, and the emperor's power definitely went to his head. But the Japanese paid a heavy price for their pride, and during World War II,
They lost their emperor?
No, worse. They ended up two cities in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, were exploded by nuclear bombs.
Wow.
And so the Japanese lost World War II. And
Just get a nuclear bomb and blow up anything. That's how you win at least World War II.
I'm not going to get into that. But the point is, the emperor was a very proud man, but he ended up paying the price for his pride. You know what they say, pride comes before the fall.
Wasn't it us that did that?
Yes, the United States did nuke Japan. It was very grisly, but we had to do it in order to win the war. But
Do we have any more nukes?
we're not going to get into that.
We actually do have one.
But at any rate, have any of you ever read one of Dr. Seuss's books?
Yeah. Yes.
I know
Why?
this might seem like a random question, but one of the books written by Dr. Seuss, Yertle the Turtle, has a king who acted very much like the Emperor of Japan. He was a very proud ruler. He expanded his kingdom, but his pride got the best of him, and he fell.
I've seen it, I just never read it.
Well, you're in luck because I will reenact the story of Yertle the Turtle.
No.
Okay, so sit tight, everyone. On the faraway island of Salamasan, Yertle the Turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean, it was neat, the water was warm, there was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy. Quite happy indeed. They were, until Yertle, the king of them all, decided that the kingdom he ruled was too small. I'm ruler, thought Yertle, of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the problem with me. With this stone for a throne, I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on places beyond. This stone that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could see further, oh, how great I would be. What a king! I'd be ruler of all that I see. And so Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand, and Yertle the Turtle King gave the command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to his stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each one stand on another one's back, and piled them all up in a 9-turtle stack. Then Yertle the Turtle sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view! He could see most a mile. All mine, cried Yertle. Oh, the things I now rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house. And what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yertle the Turtle. Oh, marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. And so through that morning, Yertle sat there up high, saying over and over, a great king am I, till long about noon. Then he heard a faint sigh. What's that? Snapped the king, and he looked down the stack and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just a part of his throne. And this plain little turtle looked up and he said,
"Beg your pardon, King Yertle. I have pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here, your majesty, please?"
"Silence!" the king of the turtles barked back. "I'm king, and you're only a turtle named Mac. Stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house and a bush and a cat. But that isn't all. I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher," his royal voice thundered. "So bring me more turtles. I need about 200. Turtles! More turtles!" he bellowed and brayed, and the turtles way down below were afraid. They shook and they shuddered, but they came. They obeyed. From all over the pond, they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins, and all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One by one, they all climbed up the stair. Then Yertle the turtle was perched up so high, he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. "Hooray!" cried Yertle. "I'm king of the trees, I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees. I'm the king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah me, what a throne, what a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see." Then again, from the bottom of the great heavy stack, came a groan from that plain little turtle named Mac.
"Your majesty, please. I don't like to complain, but we turtles below are feeling great pain. I know up on top you're seeing great sights, but down at the bottom, we too should have rights. We turtles can't stand it. Our shells will all crack. Besides, we need food. We're starving,"
groaned Mac. "You hush up your mouth," howled the mighty King Yertle. "You've no right to talk to the world's highest turtle. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There's nothing, no, nothing that's higher than me." But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. "What's that?" snorted Yertle. "Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle the king? I shall not allow it. I'll go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack them to heaven. I need about 5,607. But as Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, that plain little turtle below in the stack, that plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, decided he'd taken enough, and he had. And that plain little lad got a little bit mad, and plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He burped, and his burp shook the throne of the king. And Yertle the turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air and the birds and the bees, the king of a house and a cow and a mule, well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule. For Yertle, the king of all Salamason, fell off his high throne and fell plunk into the pond. And today, the great Yertle, marvelous he, is king of the mud. That's all he can see. And the turtles, of course, now the turtles live free, as turtles and maybe all creatures should be. The end.
The only thing you can be king of is air.